Many of you were eagerly waiting for this one, and this has been now announced, and this is being referred to as home care worker immigration pilots. The biggest factor for this particular pilot is that there is no requirement for an in-Canada work experience. Means once it is approved, you will be a permanent resident and it will open up your opportunity to work for any employer in Canada. These pilots will basically have two streams. First one is workers in Canada, and second one is applicants who are outside Canada. At this point of time, IRCC has very clearly stated that they will accept applications only from inside Canada or workers in Canada, and only in this stream. The other stream of applicants outside Canada, that will open at a later date, and they will announce it when that happens. So if you are outside Canada, if you're not in Canada, then at this point of time, hold your horses. You don't need to prepare anything. But workers who are inside Canada, 4 very important things to look out for. First one, this is permanent residence in one step. Once your application is approved, you become a permanent resident. Second, your language results requirement is much lower. You're only required to have a CLB level 4. So basically go and get your language tests done at the earliest and make sure you are at least at CLB 4 and above. As far as education requirements are concerned, well, you need only an equivalent of high school diploma. So make sure you have at least completed this diploma in Canada, or if from outside Canada, you have your WES or your ECA done for your at least a high school diploma or higher. Third, and one of the most important things, that there is no requirement for in-Canada work experience. Well, yes, you have to be in Canada, but there is no requirement that you have work experience in Canada. You may have work experience outside Canada, inside Canada, it's all acceptable. So the requirement is that you have recent relevant work experience. So if you are applying for a child caregiver, then you should have work experience working with children. If you're looking for home support worker stream, then you should have work experience taking care of the elderly. Or if you don't have the work experience, you should have completed a relevant credential, a training program, if you want to call that, which should be of at least 6 months long, so that you can show that you are qualified to perform these services. Fourth, and the most important here, is obtaining a job offer. Now, you can obtain a job offer from a private household. So a private household would be a family who would have sufficient household income so that they can show that they will be able to afford the prevailing wages, and they should have a requirement, genuine need to hire your services. Or you could obtain job offers from organizations that hire such workers on a full-time role. These could be home health care agencies, home support worker agencies, direct health agencies, daycare centers, or pediatric home health care services. So all of these agencies can give you a job offer. LMIA is not required. And at this point of time, if you're able to fulfill these 4 conditions and you are inside Canada, then start preparing for this application. In most cases, having valid legal status in Canada would be a requirement. But even if you are a person who has the work experience but does not have a legal valid status in Canada at this point of time, there may be a public policy that would allow you to open. These pilots are supposed to have limited quotas, so when they do open on 31st of March, they will get snapped like this. So if you are one of those individuals who's eligible, I hope you get cracking with the preparation.